Hello and welcome back to Portugal and our ruined farm project, where we're sorting out a few things before another of our necessary trips back to the UK. And we have some exciting news about a big change for our next trip. But first, finishing the kitchen roof is at the top of our jobs list.
When we first got here, there was an animal shelter, overgrown and disused, but Jane put a lot of work into clearing it out, and that became the obvious site for an outdoor kitchen. Of course, it was going to need a roof, it was going to need some shelter, so we started out with a sail awning, which was great for a bit, but didn't survive the first serious rainfalls. And so we got some friends in to help us to rebuild it, which was great, but that again failed, and after a while it was beyond repair. So that went in the bin, got replaced by a tarpaulin, which was a bit disappointing, not really waterproof, and you saw the state that got into last week. So it's time to get on with the proper job and get it sorted out. So the notch needs to be facing down towards the valley. This way, down that way. So you move that way up. Yeah. So now we're inside the side.
Shall I go down? There we go. We're in.
Okay, I'll bash it with a sledgehammer on top.
Okay. Good. One in. One to go.
Where is the notch? That way, good.
You're in. Oh, that went easy.
That one goes easy. That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, just slithered.
That one goes all the way down easy. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Number two. And it's in.
Check the level. So I'm going to go level across here using this piece. Right. So I'm going to feed it up.
I'm holding it on while you got it. You're on.
Do that again.
Let's try it again.
This one does need to go down a little bit.
Well, that's good. Right. Give us another whack first then.
Because that black line should be inside.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's brilliant. Second time lucky. Woo.
Check it for level. There we go. So I run a short brace off of that. Yep. Yep. Good. 37 is good here.
We're slightly wonky here.
Which way?
We need to go that way. Smidge more. That's straight there.
Okay?
Yeah, very good. Horsepower. That's speed.
So there's a 40 here now. I may just cut off a bit there to match the other end. Okay, so do this one first.
Okay.
So it's sort of propped.
Yeah, but I can be underneath it to sort of prop a bit more.
Yeah. So there are 2 screws and I'm in the wrong place. Okay. Oh, that moves.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
You got it?
Yeah, got it. I've got it propped here now. You let go, I'm fine.
Can we just pop it down to the floor?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Just lay it on the ground over here. Okay, there's only 1 screw.
Okay.
Now there's no screws.
Okay.
Right.
Step 1.
So that's square. No, you still. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill through and in. Yeah, that's the longer one. That's right. So the shorter one goes at your end. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to make fit one screw, because then we can level it.
further still?
Not sure.
Not a lot. A little bit further than that, further than that, further than that, further than that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
There we go. So just to be clear, this is not final version. That beam going across there is the beam that will actually eventually be used, but it will get mounted on another of these when the base shoes finally arrive. However, what I've done now is just screw them into the wall as a temporary fixing. Going to run the rafters down and put the OSB sheets back on top, again as a temporary covering, and that will do us just for expediency, so that we can do that before the end of this trip, and it'll be covered up whilst we're away, which is really what we wanted to achieve. Right, I need you at the other end.
Okay.
Right. So if you can bring it, it needs to come over to your right a fair bit.
That way.
Yeah. And I will tell you when. Come to me about 40 mil.
Oh, to you. Okay. Move it forward and back.
Okay.
Very easy.
I've got it. Let's come to you a little bit. 200, that's good. One line there. So now.
That's a little bit.
Hang on. Alright. Now I'll get it to square with you. Okay, it needs to come towards you. A bit more. A bit more. That'll do it. Great. Bingo.
Sorted?
Yep.
So Phil's now got all the rafters up. It looks very smart. Particularly against the nice blue sky. Go around here and have a look at the front. Yeah, looking lovely. Now what we're going to do is to get some OSB back on the top, and then hopefully some onduline to make it weatherproof. Don't know whether we're going to get that done today, but we'll certainly try.
This trip has brought home to us something which we probably knew already, but you know, you put it off and you put it off. You'll have seen we spent the first few trips driving our fabulous Volkswagen from the UK, and whilst it was brilliant, it takes a bit of time to get to and from Portugal, and there's wear and tear on the car as well. So on this trip we bit the bullet and rented a car, which was very nice, but a bit soulless and paranoid about damaging it. We were also introduced to some of the car culture here in Portugal. And whilst we're probably not going to go that far, we have decided to buy. So it's a 20-odd-year-old Corolla estate. Looks in great condition, absolutely top nick. And as typical around here, it's got some pretty high mileage on it, which is quite stunning when we're compared to the UK, where those sort of miles are never seen. And the price is huge, again, compared to the UK. But then if we compare it with the rentals, it'll probably pay itself back in about 4 trips. So fingers crossed, it's a good one.
You know how sometimes there's those jobs that aren't essential by any stretch of the imagination, but just bug you, and this is one of them. So I've decided to just tackle this pile of earth today and put it back in the trench. Certainly haven't got the energy to fill in the whole trench by myself. We'll get the digger in to do that. But while Phil's busy on a work call, I thought I'd attack and just straighten it out here, so that when we're sat in the gazebo over there, we've got a nice clear view out towards the orchard and the rest of the land. So let's get digging.
And we are done. Started early, finished early.
Well, that's a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It's amazing what a bit of rain does to soften up the ground, but already got that bit clear, so that's good. I'll carry on. Phil's taken some time out to process all the fruit tree branches we pruned the other week. He was also invited to a football match at the local stadium, so went to check out the renowned Portuguese footy skills. And the cheap beer.
Well, that was great fun. Vocal supporters, a cheap bar after the game, and a 5-0 home win. What more could you ask?
Okay. Ready to launch.
So what, you hold on to that.
Yeah.
I'll put a screw in here.
Oh, okay.
Stop it sliding back down. Yeah. That's all right, that.
Okay, so we didn't quite get the undulane on, but what we did do is get the OSB on. And does it look fabulous? Oh,
Should have done this weeks ago.
yeah, in the pouring rain, I think not. Look at that. That's looks like a kitchen. Excellent.
I just love the fact that we can now see a bit out through the slot. It's going to be, the roof line will be a bit higher.
Ultimately, yeah.
Ultimately, than it is there, so you'll have a good...
Well, for those of you of the tall persuasion, anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But what a good day's work. Well done. And today's job is putting the waterproof membrane on top of the outdoor kitchen roof.
I'm always up on the roof at the end of a trip.
Yeah, it always happens. But the downside to this is, unfortunately, you can't stand on that one because it's not really terribly strong as yet.
It's not as strong as I'd like it to be.
Well, it's supported by the great big thick posts at the front, but at the back it's only just a little bit of timber, so don't really want Phil standing on that.
Let's figure out what I can reach.
Don't panic, he's standing on the utility room roof.
More hot knees.
You got your knee pads on?
Short periods.
It's not too windy, thankfully, so that stuff's staying relatively stable.
Yeah, that'll do. So that's now the waterproof membrane on. I'll get the tarpaulin over the top as well to disguise the fabric colour. The tone in the green a bit better. We'll also stretch a little bit further over the edge here. Oh, that's not bad. Who's that?
Yeah. And there's the finished article. It's pretty good, doesn't it? It's not too obtrusive, doesn't impinge too much in the landscape. So quite happy with that. When we get to do the final version, the angle of slope is going to be slightly shallower because the posts at the back are going to be a little bit taller than that. But then we're going to be able to mount the solar panels on it, which is great, get them out of the way.
So I've got, right. We're on.
I'll go towards the back now. Hang on, wait.
So what I suggest we do at your side is just a little fold under which I can staple up.
Oh, okay.
So I can do the big fold under here. and nobody will see it on the roof. So roughly, where the edge of the onduline is,
Yeah.
up here,
Yeah.
takes us to the edge.
All right. So you want to be a bit further up there? Yeah.
Can you throw the staple gun up to me?
1 second. Lob.
Lob the staple gun.
1, 2, 3. Woo! That wasn't good, was it? Let's try that again. Let's just pass it to you. That's a whole lot easier.
Right. So if I come down here, so.
Yeah, we've got plenty of that here.
Oh, so going down that way,
Yeah, go.
I only want about that much. I don't want it to dangle down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got that. Yeah.
Okay? Which brings it just to the onduline. There, nice.
We'll close it there with a big sigh of relief that we've got a reasonably sound roof in place while we're away. There's still more work to do when we get back though. Hopefully the missing 2 base plates will have finally turned up so we can complete the frame. And that's along with adding the metal sheets, setting up rainwater collection and of course putting the solar panels on top.
Yeah, but that's all for another day. For now, I'm really pleased to think back where we've come from, all that it's been through, and the various repairs we've made and the conditions we've faced to get to where we are and have a roof over the outdoor kitchen. Even if it's not quite the final iteration, it'll do for now. If you'd like to go back and see some of the episodes where there's a bit more detail about this kitchen roof, then up on screen now is a link to episode 25, which is where we did the first outdoor kitchen build. And after that, when we had the first incident and the blowdown, our great friends Sue and Phil came over to help us refit it. That's in episode 32, which is on screen now.